I'm Michael Salama, and this is Sam Savage. Along with Harry Markowitz, we're on the board of the nonprofit probabilitymanagement.org. At probabilitymanagement.org, part of what we're about is educating the manager to better manage uncertainty. What questions to ask, how to move away from using single-point estimates to using stochastic modeling, and how to develop a provenance for the data that they utilize to drive their models.
Another facet of probability management is managerial accountability for probability distributions. So just as the CFO decides what discount rate to use in calculations, the CPO decides what probabilistic assumptions to make. And these need to be used throughout the organization to model enterprise-wide risk and uncertainty. So let's talk for a second about what an uncertain number means, right? You think the unemployment rate is going to be, say, 7.8% next month. But there's uncertainty around that. How do you describe that? What we need is a simple explanation that can easily be communicated. One of the revolutions here is viewing uncertainty as data. So think of a spreadsheet that goes back 1,000 times. So whenever you make any managerial decision, you're seeing how that decision would play out under 1,000 possible futures. And this happens interactively, so that every time you make a move, instantly all 1,000 scenarios play out. And you can say, look, 10% of the time I went belly up. If I change this little variable over here, then only 8% of the time I go belly up. And you can interact with it that way. It doesn't take fancy mathematical formulas.
So there are two things I really enjoy about that. One is that the data is stored in a fashion that I can access it. So if I want to compare my model to Sam's model, I can see not only what assumptions he made, but how clean the data is. I can figure out whether or not Sam has scrubbed the data or it's been sanitized in some way. And I can see whether or not I can recreate his results. And if I can't recreate the results, we can ask questions and have a dialogue about why not. So that's a particularly interesting facet. The other thing I like about it is something that in the business world oftentimes gets overlooked. Someone will ask for a particular number for a result, anticipated profit, for example. And what the manager will get, or the boss will get, is that single number. The process that we're talking about here and that Sam described allows us to look at how likely that number is to be achieved. And not just how likely that number is to be achieved. Can I lose money? How much money can I lose? Is there an upside? How big is the upside? The type of modeling we're talking about allows one to do that in a meaningful way.
At probabilitymanagement.org, we provide education, set data standards, and have templates and macros for spreadsheets that provide experiential training.
Please visit us at www.probabilitymanagement.org to learn more and to support this important nonprofit effort.